From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Monday morning. We're still tracking multiple fires within the region. We'll go ahead and get right into it. We'll start off in Yakima County with this Williams mine fire that's burning in the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. It grew a lot over the weekend. Now it's closing in on 10,000 acres and it still has no containment, unfortunately, and this is prompting evacuations for both Klickitat County and also for Skamania County, but so far none in place for Yakima County. Now on to the Retreat fire that's burning on the other end of the county, in the northern half of the county. This is still burning mainly to the north of US Highway 12. We're not really seeing a lot of active hotspots on the map for right now. Containment still around 65–66%. And we still do have this level 3 evacuation in place, also the level 1 evacuation in place for the Titan and Cowiche area. And you can find all evacuations listed online at applevalleynewsnow.com. On to the Lone Rock fire. Didn't have any updates with acreage or containment over the weekend. This one is still right on the cusp of 100% contained. And then for the Battle Mountain Complex, got a lot of good progress with this one over the weekend as the Monkey Creek fire is now upwards of 68% contained. We're still around 90% containment for the NF Owen fire. Still level 3 evacuations in place for this one, but we did see a downgrade with the level 2 evacuations. Also, we saw some downgrades. We saw some evacuations completely lifted over the weekend as well in Umatilla County. Definitely some good news there. But just to reiterate, you can find all of these locations listed online at applevalleynewsnow.com. And I'll show you what these fires are doing to our air quality this morning. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, workers with Cadillac Regional Medical Center are preparing to strike. We'll have why they've issued a strike notice and when it's expected to start. Plus, plans are underway for a 140-acre ranch that will benefit veterans and their families. We have an update on the project.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling. It is Monday, August 12th. Jessica Jalal is off today. We begin this morning with developing news from Cadillac Regional Medical Center. The service and technology workers are planning to strike. Service Employees International Union issued the 10-day notice Friday. The strike is set to start at 6 a.m. on August 20th and last through August 27th. Some of the employees involved include nursing assistants, maintenance crews, operating room technicians, dietary workers, and technology workers. The strike includes employees in Richland and at the emergency department in Kennewick. The decision comes after 8 months of negotiations between Cadillac and SEIU, who are battling over wage increases. According to information released by Cadillac, the hospital will continue to stay open and operational. Cadillac hospital officials say both parties will return to the negotiating table once the strike is over. Employees at a Kennewick credit union are being credited with helping a woman who believed her family member had been kidnapped. According to the president and CEO of Tri-CU Credit Union, a woman came in and requested to withdraw a large amount of money from her account on August 8th. Employees noticed the woman was upset and on the phone. She then handed one of the employees a note and asked them to call her husband to let him know their daughter had been kidnapped. According to the credit union, the Spanish-speaking scammer told the woman they were watching her and told her not to text anyone or let anyone know what was happening. Employees called the woman's daughter from another phone and asked her to come to the credit union. The family was reunited a short time later. It was later discovered the woman had already sent $1,000 to the scammer and they demanded more, and that's why she went to the credit union that day. It was later discovered the woman had a Life 360 location app installed on her phone, an app that was data hacked in March of 2024. It appears scammers are targeting those in the Hispanic community and who may not be comfortable with speaking English and not familiar with financial scams, leaving them vulnerable. A local political race is garnering national attention. We're talking about the race for U.S. Congress in District 4. Jared Sessler and Representative Dan Newhouse are projected to win. At last check, Sessler has 33% of the vote. Newhouse has 24%. Last week, Sessler spoke with Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed about the race, and here's a small portion of what he said.
For the people, I think we need new representation. Dan Newhouse has definitely let us down, but We've got some big work to do in our country, and we've got even bigger work to do right here in Washington State in order to get back to some sense of sanity here again. For me, this isn't about checking a box or getting my name on the wall or a door or something. I could care less about that.
And coming up tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6, Austin will have more on Sessler, his priorities, and what he plans to do if he wins in November. A brand new Veterans Lodge is coming to the outskirts of Prosser, and on Friday, a check presentation was held to help get work started. Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed visited the site to learn more about the project.
Whether you come from Yakima or the Tri-Cities, this is the road and final 10-minute drive you'll take to the Friends of Disabled Veterans Ranch property, which isn't totally done just yet.
Friends of Disabled Veterans was started by a friend and a disabled veteran.
They even got Space Force.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Chris.
Fantastic. I get the Army one.
And on Friday morning, more than 30 people came together to build trails for what will be a sensory garden. But that's not all that happened.
So the timing of this is just unbelievable, because now we're that can go towards the next phase of this. So it's really a huge thing for us right now.
Yeah.
Hayden Holmes surprised the Friends of Veterans organization with this $10,000 check. How important is it to support our veterans for Hayden Holmes?
Oh, it is so near and dear to us. Many of our team members are veterans or come from families that are vets. We thank them for their service. We really wouldn't be where we are without them.
In the works for the future, a lodge, an outdoor area where veterans and their loved ones can experience a much calmer environment. Tell us what that money can now be used for.
Well, it's going to be used for a lot of things, but all the grading and everything we're doing on the lodge right now is run about $10,000.
Yes, exactly. So it's perfect.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, you bet.
This drone video from above shows the massive 140-acre property, which a lot of it is still being built. Among the amenities, an archery range, a lodge, which will eventually look like this. Plus, there will be a playground for younger children of vets and other facilities to support hunting, gardening, and horse riding.
You know, one of our team members heard about it. He is a vet, and we started researching it. We actually had our regional director. He did some work on this area a few years back, helping with concrete and so forth, and so it just kind of comes full circle.
A capital campaign is now underway to raise more money. They still need $250,000 to complete the lodge, plus another $20,000 for an adjacent parking lot. But with an unexpected $10,000, Friends of Veterans say that money will still go a long way.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get. You bet, we sure do.
There's actually a form on the website. It's friendsofdisabledveterans.org. Under news, you can see all the activities we have planned for the year, news and events. And then also there's a form, Visit Us. You can fill that out. Right now we're closed to, last summer we were open about every other weekend. This summer, because we have ongoing construction and open excavations, we don't open to the public right now.
No word on when the entire property will be complete, but organizers also say any organization that serves veterans will be able to use the facility. They just require that their services must be free to veterans and their guests. Now, they are also planning a family fun day, October 26th. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're looking into the potential complications of high blood pressure on pregnant mothers and their babies, and what researchers believe to be the cause of an increase in high blood pressure in pregnancy. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Alan Brecky from Alan Brecky Law Office. Community safety has been our law firm's #1 priority. We're a dedicated team of professionals committed to keeping our neighborhoods and other public places safe for everyone in the Tri-Cities and surrounding communities.
An awesome flight over a lakeside community in northern Idaho.
We have the beautiful lake right here, the bike trail, amazing businesses.
Harrison.
We have some of the most beautiful sunsets you'll ever see in your lifetime.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Don't fight the traffic and parking hassles. Ride BFT to the fair for free. August 20th to the 24th, courtesy of Benton Franklin Fair. No wristbands, no tickets, just hop on the bus. It's a free ride to the fair. Save time and buy fair entry tickets online before you board. Enjoy park and ride locations throughout the Tri-Cities. Extended services till 11:30 p.m. Dial-A-Ride services also free. Ride stress-free and make your fair experience unforgettable. Learn more at bft.org.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
While you're enjoying the rest of summer and getting ready for school and fall sports, be mindful of air quality. Also, traffic and water safety. Call us if you're injured.
Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law.
There is something that is not connecting. He doesn't know me, and he just blurts out that he loves me. I owe it to myself to get to the bottom of this. Hello? Hey.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're tracking mainly one big pocket of smoke for this morning, and we'll go ahead and take a closer look at that. You see, it's mostly to the, at least in Yakima County, it's to the south of Interstate 82. So places like Toppenish and Granger and Mapton, seeing some of that really thick smoke from not only the Retreat fire, but also from the Williams Mine fire. Now, some of that getting streamed over to along areas along and actually to the north of Interstate 82 in Benton County, and some of that streaming up into Franklin County as well. Also, little isolated pockets of smoke to the south and west of Ellensburg, also immediately around the perimeter of the Williams Mine fire in southwestern Yakima County. So that's kind of what we're dealing with for this morning. Now let's show you what ends up happening with the smoke a little bit later today with our smoke forecast graphic. When we put this into motion, no real changes up until the late evening. That's when you start to notice some very thick smoke once again getting generated by the Williams Mine fire. And then watch this, the winds start to gust out of the north and west, and that's going to put a lot of that thick smoke not only into the Yakima Valley, maybe some of it into the Tri-Cities. And the cycle as we head into Tuesday essentially is going to be exactly the same. So the Yakima Valley, also portions of the lower Columbia Basin, into the late evenings when we're going to see air quality sliding downhill. We do have the air quality alert that's still in place for Yakima County. That runs until further notice. So if you suffer from a pre-existing respiratory illness, I would definitely recommend sporting the N95 mask. And I'll show you some thunderstorm chances that we have in our forecast as well. Also a cool down into tomorrow. It's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Taking a look at health headlines now. Controlling blood pressure is important for all of us. But did you know high blood pressure during pregnancy can cause problems for mothers and their babies? With more, here's ABC News' Christiane Cordero.
More people are being diagnosed with high blood pressure during pregnancy. Based on a study published in the Journal of Hypertension, researchers think it may be related to people having kids later and higher rates of obesity. Even though high blood pressure during pregnancy is becoming more common, studies show not everyone is being treated. Untreated high blood pressure during pregnancy can lead to serious complications for the mother and baby. For the mother, it can cause preeclampsia, eclampsia, and stroke. For the baby, it can result in preterm delivery and low birth weight. Also, when the mother's blood pressure is high, it is hard for the baby to get enough oxygen and nutrients to grow. This might also cause the mother to deliver the baby early. Ask your doctor about your blood pressure and check out the CDC's website for more information on high blood pressure during pregnancy. With this Medical Minute, I'm Christiane Cordero.
The FDA has declined to approve the application for the drug commonly known as ecstasy to be used as a potential treatment for PTSD. This was the first time the FDA has ever considered a psychedelic drug for medical usage. The agency says it took issue with the medical trials. When we come back, we're looking ahead to the presidential election in November. The campaigns of both Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump picking up steam. We have the latest right after Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert's full forecast on Good Morning Northwest.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the extended anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 60 months no interest financing. The extended anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
We are celebrating a new chapter at Shelby's Floral, and we're now open at our brand new building on Clearwater in Kennewick. For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. And now, we hope you will join us for the grand opening of our new store on Friday, August 16th at 11 a.m. Enjoy a light snack, door prizes, and raffle giveaways as we cut the ribbon and open our doors to a world of floral wonders. Shelby's Floral. Experience the magic of flowers, crafted every day with care and creativity.
Liberty Lawn and Saw Shop, your destination for outdoor power equipment. We offer a wide range of products from leading brands such as Exmark, Husqvarna, Echo, and Steel. Make your yard stand out with our range of professional-grade landscaping tools and equipment. We also provide a variety of services, including free pickup and delivery on deluxe services. Our team is committed to providing the best care for your outdoor equipment. Call us today or text us for faster service at 509-371-1477. Visit us in West Richland and at libertylawnandsawshop.com.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
The anniversary sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $300 on our Doctor's Choice lineup or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Boating, fishing, and good times. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. This morning our temperatures are mostly in the 60s and 70s, but it might feel a little bit cooler out there because the winds are already pretty breezy for this morning. Let's go ahead and show you what happens for the rest of today with Futurecast. And it's going to be mostly dry for today, but you do notice a few thunderstorms adjacent to the Blue Mountains, specifically to the afternoon and evening. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that. And then into the wee hours of the morning for tomorrow morning, once again into the Blue Mountains, also for the Blue Foothills, maybe a few thunderstorms, pretty low in chances of that. And then into the afternoon, maybe a shower or two up in the Cascades. But again, most of us in between the mountain ranges staying dry. So for today, it's going to end up being a pretty seasonal day, upper 80s to low 90s on the map. It's going to be hazy for most spots, light haze for most spots, but definitely some thicker smoke downwind of the Williams Mine Fire and the Retreat Fire, especially in Yakima County. Then for tonight, overnight lows falling into the 50s and 60s. The haze and the smoke situation is going to be the same, with the thickest smoke being in Yakima County, some of that getting into Benton County as well. By the way, for today, winds pretty breezy, gusting out of the northwest to southwest between 20 to 30 miles per hour, and the winds will be just about the same for tonight. And the winds are associated with a cold front, and that is going to knock our temperatures down. Finally, some below average high temperatures from Tuesday through the rest of the forecast period. So that is an encouraging sign. However, this is not an encouraging sign. We do have multiple thunderstorm chances in the forecast. We'll be watching Thursday and Saturday very closely in particular. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Will be much cooler into tomorrow. A thunderstorm chance for Thursday, maybe another one for Saturday. For Yakima, we'll have bad air quality downwind of the Retreat and Williams mine fires, especially over the next couple of days. Thunderstorm chances for Thursday through Saturday, and highs stay in the 80s for this week. For Hermiston, we'll have that cool down into tomorrow. Highs stay in the 80s throughout the week, and we do have a small thunderstorm chance for not only Thursday, but also for Saturday. Then for Walla Walla, maybe a shower thunderstorm early on Tuesday. Much cooler for Tuesday and beyond, and tracking chances for lightning again for Thursday through Saturday.
Thank you, Josh. Now to the 2024 presidential race. Strong momentum for the new Democratic ticket as Vice President Kamala Harris wraps up her first campaign swing with running mate Tim Walz. And as former President Donald Trump attacks his opponents during a rally in Montana this weekend, polls show Harris is taking the lead in some battleground states. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest.
The race for the White House fired up. In Las Vegas, Vice President Harris capping off a whirlwind of a week, crisscrossing the country with running mate and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz.
When we fight, we win!
With just 1 week until the Democratic National Convention, the new Democratic ticket marched through 5 battleground states, including Arizona and Pennsylvania. Harris said to unveil her economic plans this week.
It'll be focused on the economy and what we need to do to bring down costs and also strengthen the economy overall.
Harris strongly disagreeing with former President Trump's suggestion that presidents should get a say in the Federal Reserve's interest rate decisions.
The Fed is an independent entity, and as president, I would never interfere in the decisions that the Fed makes.
Harris also pushed to raise the minimum wage and echoed Trump's call to make income from tips tax-free. Trump accusing Harris of stealing his proposal to eliminate taxes on tips, a proposal that would still need congressional approval.
I'd rather run against her. I think she's easier to beat. This election is about saving our economy, ending inflation, securing our borders.
But a new New York Times Siena College poll shows Harris now leading Trump by 4 points in 3 battleground states, still within the margin of error. This as Trump's vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance, continues to defend his comments, describing women and families without children as childless cat ladies.
Do I regret saying it? I regret that the media and the Kamala Harris campaign has frankly distorted what I said. I said I want us to be more pro-family.
Coming up, it's a battle between spouses for the top movie at the box office. We'll tell you about how Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's new movies are faring and how long it's been since a celebrity husband and wife had the top movies at the box office. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your community Chevy dealers.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started. Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
It's Toyota's National Sales Event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tacoma for just $389 a month. See your local Toyota dealer or visit toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today. Ooh, like.
Toyota, let's go places.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
Tom. You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tam.
How have we got to Tam?
Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Okay, Josh, are you a big movie guy? Do you watch a lot of movies? No, not really. Not in theaters, maybe.
Yeah, well, really, I feel like the pandemic kind of threw me off the trail of going to movies. It actually, going to the movie theater, we'll try to get back into it.
Yeah. Well, I think they are making a comeback. And movies starring Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively battled for box office bragging rights this weekend. So which movie came out on top? Rick Damigella has the countdown.
We aren't supposed to lie.
Despicable Me 4 landed in 5th place, adding $8 million to its domestic box office total.
Would you look at that?
Borderlands bombed in its opening weekend. Box office prognosticators had predicted it to open between $10 and $20 million, but the video game adaptation managed to scrape up just $8.8 million. Twisters dropped to 3rd place on ticket sales of $15 million.
Oh, that's my brother Ryle.
The first official customer. It Ends With Us, starring Blake Lively, bowed in 2nd place with an estimated $50 million. Variety reports it is the first time since 1990 that a husband and wife shared the top 2 spots at the box office, last accomplished by Bruce Willis's Die Hard 2 and Demi Moore's Ghost.
Happy birthday to you.
Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Wolverine held on to number 1 for the 3rd straight weekend. The Marvel movie made $54.2 million, bringing its domestic total to $494.3 million and its global haul to just over $1 billion, making it just the 2nd R-rated movie to reach the milestone. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Now, the first R-rated movie to make over $1 billion was Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Its sequel is scheduled to release later this year.
Always another sequel.
Yes.
Do you like sequels?
No, but one of my favorite movies of all time is a sequel.
Is a sequel?
Toy Story 2.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, more of those.
Yes.
We'll take more of those. Well, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, new video and phone recordings have been released in the deadly shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde. Plus, in your international news, Iran could be gearing up for a full-scale attack against Israel. How the U.S. could be involved coming up in your next half hour. But first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Instagram is testing a Friends map. The feature allows users to see their friends' locations on a map. It's limited to close friends or mutual followers and includes privacy safeguards. The feature is similar to Snapchat's Snap Map. Next, X has rolled out a new feature for sorting posts. Users can now sort replies by most relevant, most recent, or most liked. The social media platform hopes people can now find the comments they're most interested in, especially in busy threads. The change started rolling out over the weekend. And finally, TikTok has launched Spotlight for movies and TV shows. The feature adds links to videos showing where to buy tickets, watch, or learn more about the title. The Spotlight hubs will appear on select videos, making it easier to discover popular movies and shows. And I think you might find these Spotlight recommendations quite illuminating. I'm Andrew Dimbert, and those are your Tech Bites.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. Experience it all on America's largest and fastest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of unlimited for only $30 a line. Switch today.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Now, Josh, over the weekend, I know that there were a few things that people could see in the skies, maybe some northern lights, maybe the Perseid meteor shower. I was busy working when that was happening, so I don't know. Was the weather clear enough for that?
Probably not. I was
Probably
busy.
not.
I was busy sleeping, so yeah.
A lot of people were sleeping, I'm sure, through that.
Yeah, a lot of haze, a lot of smoke, a lot of clouds up in the sky. So if I'm wrong, send me in a picture. I'd love to see the meteor shower, or I'm always a fan of the northern lights. But for right now, let's go ahead and take a live look at the Yakima Valley. See, the sky's looking, I'd say it's looking pretty picturesque this morning. You're seeing some haze, you're seeing some smoke, but also the sun kind of illuminating off of some of that, so you're getting some of those somewhat pastel colors up in the sky. Temperatures right now in the 60s and 70s, so it is pretty balmy out there for this time of the morning and for this time of the year, but there are some breezes out there that might make it feel a little bit more brisk for this morning. Okay, a little bit later today, we'll have highs that'll end up being about seasonal for early August. We'll have upper 80s to low 90s, hazy for most spots, although the smoke is definitely going to be a lot thicker in the Yakima Valley. So the bottom line for the forecast is that today's really going to be the last seasonal day we're going to have. It's going to be much cooler starting on Tuesday. Still, some of those hazy and smoky skies we'll have to deal with, and it does look like thunderstorm chances are going to raise up into Thursday through Sunday. That is going to elevate our fire risk, but I'll show you just how dry our vegetation is looking for today. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off this half hour with the new video and police text messages released from the school massacre in Uvalde, Texas 2 years ago. They're shedding new light on the chaos, confusion, and delayed response by officers. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis.
This morning, heart-stopping police body camera video. And heartbreaking 911 calls. Chilling evidence released over the weekend from the shooting inside Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, where 19 students and 2 teachers were killed in 2022. Police took 77 minutes to take down the shooter. A man saying he's the gunman's uncle is heard on one 911 call, asking to be transferred to his nephew to get him to stop the shooting.
I was wondering maybe he could listen to me, because he does listen to me. Everything I tell him, he does listen to me. Maybe he could stand down or do something, just turn himself in.
But the uncle's call was too late. The police body cam videos come from 5 officers despite 25 Uvalde officers who responded. Text messages reveal some officers were either not recording or did not have time to grab a body camera. In other text messages, multiple officers ask, "Is there a way to get our pictures off the PD website for our safety? Take the website down," as the public began complaining about the delayed response.
Can you tell me your name?
4th grader Chloe Torres made a 911 call herself from inside a classroom begging for help. Chloe survived, but 10-year-old Uzziah Garcia did not. Brett Cross was his guardian.
I want people to see everything so that you can see this is a nightmare. This is something that you can't put into words.
The release of the body cam videos and documents came after news outlets, including ABC, sued under the Texas Open Records Act in terms of the delayed response to the shooting. The city has settled with victims' families for $2 million. Other lawsuits are ongoing, and the former school police chief now faces criminal charges. In your international headlines, some analysts say a Mideast regional war could explode soon, and the U.S. might end up involved. Multiple sources say Iran is considering a full-scale attack on Israel. Iran supports Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza, and the White House calls those groups Iranian proxies. All three say they want revenge on Israel for the recent assassination of Hamas political leader in Tehran. Already, Hezbollah and Israel report exchanging rocket fire. Now the worry is Iran itself could attack Israel directly. The Pentagon says Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered a guided missile sub to the region. Turning to the deadly plane crash outside Sao Paulo, Brazil on Friday. According to the state government, all 62 bodies have been recovered from the site of the crash. The bodies of 34 men and 28 women recovered so far. The state of Sao Paulo has declared 3 days of official mourning in honor of the victims who were on that flight. Preparations are expected to begin Monday for a wake to be held in Cascavel, where the plane took off. Brazil's Center for Investigation and Prevention of Aeronautical Accidents says the two recovered black boxes, the cockpit voice recorder, and the flight data recorder will be examined as quickly as possible. Residents near Athens, Greece, have been asked to evacuate their homes as authorities try to contain a fast-moving wildfire north of the city. More than 500 firefighters, 152 vehicles, and a large number of volunteers are working to put out the blaze, which broke out Sunday. Authorities say 29 water-bombing aircraft are also participating in efforts to extinguish the fire. Turning now to Paris, the 2024 Olympic Games came to a close on Sunday after 19 days of competition and 329 gold medal events. As the sun set over the French capital, the closing ceremony of the Games was underway. Over the last 2 weeks, 10,500 athletes have been competing in the Olympics at various venues across France, as well as the surfing in Tahiti. At the closing ceremony, Paris handed over the Games to the 2028 host city, Los Angeles. LA Mayor Karen Bass is already talking about the 2028 Games. Speaking at Sunday's closing ceremonies, Bass introduced a bold public transit plan for the Games.
It is our goal in Los Angeles to have a car-free Games. And you know what that means because we're a very car-dependent city. But it means that if you are going to attend any of the sports venue, you're going to have to take public transportation. We've been building out our system, but we're also going to need a lot of buses, thousands of buses from neighboring cities and states to help us deliver that.
There will be no new permanent venue built for 2028 Los Angeles. The mayor says that's because Los Angeles and the surrounding cities already have the infrastructure in place. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we have the new details in a case against a Seattle police officer who hit and killed a college student last year. And Josh will have what you can expect in your forecast.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Oh, the kids? At your parents'. I ate an hour ago because you completely forgot about the extended anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $300 off our Doctor's Choice lineup and check out the Summit Queen. Easy on the wallet for only $349.99. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to support the community. And for me, I want the customer's buying experience to be just that. Understanding what their motivation is and also knowing that the activity they're having with me is going to have a direct reflect on what we're going to do with Make-A-Wish for the calendar year.
A generous portion of every vehicle sold will be donated to help local kids.
We are celebrating a new chapter at Shelby's Floral, and we're now open at our brand new building on Clearwater in Kennewick. For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. And now, we hope you will join us for the grand opening of our new store on Friday, August 16th at 11 a.m. Enjoy a light snack, door prizes, and raffle giveaways as we cut the ribbon and open our doors to a world of floral wonders. Shelby's Floral. Experience the magic of flowers, crafted every day with care and creativity.
How do you measure the gift of time with your loved ones? How do you weigh the feeling of hope and the peace of mind not having to travel for the health care you deserve? At Good Shepherd, every decision we make is with our patients in mind, to bring you new, renowned doctors, the best technology, to offer compassion in your times of need, to serve our region, to be there for you. Thank you for trusting us with your care.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too. I am in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
There is something that is not connecting. He doesn't know me. And he just blurts out that he loves me. I owe it to myself to get to the bottom of this. Hello? Hey.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're about to show you these temperatures for this morning, obviously, but keep in mind that these might feel a little bit cooler than what the air temperature would suggest because we do have some breezes out and about for this morning. We're mostly in the 60s in Kittitas County. We're seeing a mixture of 50s and 60s for the Yakima Valley. By the way, the color is not showing up on the map this morning as we are having just a little small problem with our computer graphics system, but you can get the gist. 60s and 70s also for the lower Columbia Basin, and it is the same thing for the foothills of the Blues, probably up into the 50s in the 60s for the Blue Mountains proper. Here's your hour by hour for today for the Tri-Cities. Looks like we will have a little swath of the day from about 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. in which the air quality will be better, but then into the late evening we'll start to get some haze and smoke from the Williams Mine fire, also from the Retreat fire. That's definitely going to impact air quality more in the Yakima Valley, but we'll also see some of those air quality reductions in the lower Columbia Basin. Let's show you how dry today's vegetation is going to be in terms of percentiles. So the 100th percentile would be the driest fuel zone record. We're going to be up into the 84th percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, up into the 84th percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, up into the 85th percentile for the Blue Mountains, where we do have a very small chance of some lightning for today. Also, there are more chances of lightning in the forecast. I'll show you those coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. New details in the case against a Seattle police officer who hit and killed a college student last year. Officer Kevin Dave is now contesting the traffic infraction he received as a result. Madeline Audley has the story.
This is how it all started that night in January 2023. Officer Kevin Dave hitting speeds up to 74 miles per hour, responding to a call in this 25-mile-per-hour zone. That's when he hit and killed 23-year-old John V. Kendula.
She was in the crosswalk. She saw me. She started running through the crosswalk. I slammed on my brakes. Instead of staying back where she should before crossing.
Protests erupted when King County prosecutors declined to file criminal charges, claiming there wasn't enough evidence to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. Dave was issued a traffic infraction for negligent driving and ordered to pay $5 grand. Now he's contesting that.
It's outrageous that so far the only form of consequence that he has faced, he can't even own up to it. He can't even take that much accountability.
Seattle's Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression has led the fight for justice. They tell me they plan to protest this move Monday at City Hall Park.
It just feels like another roadblock.
Richard Ford lives down the road from where it happened.
It was an upsetting situation.
He wants more accountability.
There's no way that somebody can do that and then just act like it's something that you shouldn't be responsible for.
We contacted Dave's attorney and Seattle's police union, but haven't received a response.
Our biggest goal is just to make sure that the word continues to be out there and that people know that there are still people fighting.
Kevin Dave's hearing to contest the infraction is set for September. He is still employed by Seattle police in a non-patrol role. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a strike notice from workers at Cadleck Regional Medical Center. We have the details coming up in your morning sprint.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, cranny, nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Bull riding, the perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Challenger Series PBR Kennewick at the Toyota Center September 6th and 7th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this. With hardwood decking and basalite pavers. And we just finished this deck for one of our best customers. With TimberTech decking and Fortress railing. And we get everything we need from Par. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
What would we do without you?
Par, your total home building source since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. Real lazy, and shop the brands that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up, because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas, and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection, now at Furniture Row.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Yakima's rockin' as Apple Valley News Now welcomes Downtown Summer Nights each Thursday through August 22nd. Music, food, drinks, a kid zone, and so much more. Plus, I'll be live, so join me this Thursday for Downtown Summer Nights.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Stacy Lee, Capkey View First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Temperatures this morning mostly in the 50s, mostly in the 60s and 70s, but it might feel like it's in the 50s or 60s just given that it is a little gusty out there for this morning. And we'll continue to have gusts a little bit later today. Let's show you the rest of today with Futurecast. We put this into motion. You see right around the peak of daytime heating, 4, 5, 6 p.m. could have a shower or thunderstorm adjacent to the Blue Mountains. But then as we head into the late evening, you'll notice that we'll start to see another little resurgence of maybe some showers or thunderstorms for the Blue Mountains, maybe some of that getting into the foothills of the Blues as well. Then into Tuesday into the afternoon, maybe a shower up into the Cascades. That's about it. I think most of us in between the mountain ranges are going to be pretty dry over the next couple of days. So for today, it's going to be seasonal. Most of us will be in the upper 80s to low 90s. It's going to be mostly sunny, and it's going to be hazy. Light haze for most spots, although the haze and the smoke will be much thicker immediately downwind of the Williams Mine Fire and the Retreat Fire in the Yakima Valley. Some of that getting streamed into the lower Columbia Basin as well. Winds today will gust out of the northwest to southwest between 20 to 35 miles per hour. It's going to be just about the same for tonight. The haze and the smoke situation will be the same, with the thickest of the haze and the smoke continuing to be in Yakima and Benton counties. Overnight lows dropping down into the 50s and 60s. You know, the winds are going to be so gusty for today because a cold front's passing. You see evidence of that between Monday and Tuesday, and our high temperatures will stay pretty consistently at that level after tomorrow. Okay, and we are tracking some, of course, little tiny thunderstorm chances for Monday and Tuesday, much more substantial for Thursday through Sunday, especially for Thursday and Saturday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Will be much cooler, of course, into tomorrow. Thunderstorm chance for Thursday, maybe another one for Saturday. For Yakima, bad air quality downwind of the Retreat and Williams mine fires. There's that air quality alert that's in place until further notice. We'll have thunderstorm chances for Thursday through Saturday. Highs likely staying in the 80s for this week. And then for Hermiston, a cool down into Tuesday. Highs stay in the 80s throughout the week. Also, and then a small thunderstorm chance for Thursday and Saturday. Then for Walla Walla, maybe a shower thunderstorm early for tomorrow. Much cooler for tomorrow and beyond, and we'll track more chances for lightning for Thursday through Saturday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 5:49. It is time to get to your morning sprint this 5 o'clock hour. We're going to take you right to your 6 a.m. hour. First up, here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. The service and technology workers with Cadleck Regional Medical Center are planning to strike. Service Employees International Union issued the 10-day notice Friday. The strike is set to start at 6 a.m. on August 20th and last through August 27th. The strike includes employees in Richland and at the emergency department in Kennewick. The decision comes after 8 months of negotiations between Cadleck and SEIU, who are battling over wage increases. A reminder to be vigilant against scammers. Employees at Tri-CU Credit Union in Kennewick are being credited with helping a woman who believed her family member had been kidnapped. The woman recently came into the bank to withdraw a large amount of money and asked employees to call her husband and let him know their daughter was kidnapped. Employees ended up calling the daughter and reuniting the family. It was later discovered the woman had the Life 360 location app installed on her phone, an app that was part of a data hack in March of 2024. A new Veterans Lodge is coming to the outskirts of Prosser, and a $10,000 donation is giving the project a boost. The ranch is 140-acre property where veterans can enjoy the outdoors with their families. It's run by the Friends of Disabled Veterans, and more than 30 volunteers with Hayden Homes teamed up to build trails for a sensory garden and provide maintenance at the archery range Friday and gave a gift of $10,000. Starting today, the City of Richland is accepting applications for the 2025 Community Development Block Grant. The grant supports activities that help build stronger communities. Those can include community facilities, housing rehabilitation, sewer, streets and other infrastructure, economic development, planning, and public services. The applications for the grant are available on the city's website. Submissions will be accepted until September 13th. A local political race is garnering national attention. In the race for U.S. Congress in District 4, Jared Sessler and Representative Dan Newhouse are projected to win. Sessler says he believes new representation is needed and there's, quote, big work to do in both Washington and the U.S. You can watch the full story tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6. In your national headlines this morning, a new video and police text messages released from the school massacre in Uvalde, Texas 2 years ago are shedding light on the chaos, confusion, and delayed response by officers. The police body cam videos come from 5 officers, despite 25 Uvalde officers who responded. Text messages reveal some officers were either not recording or did not have time to grab a body camera. A Mideast regional war could explode soon, and the U.S. might end up involved. Multiple sources say Iran is considering a full-scale attack on Israel. Iran supports Hezbollah and Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza, and the White House calls those groups Iranian proxies. All 3 say they want revenge on Israel for the recent assassination of Hamas political leader in Tehran. The Pentagon says Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered a guided missile sub to the region. In your business headlines this morning, a former Twitter board member is suing the social media company, now known as X, for $20 million in pay. According to a lawsuit filed on Friday in California, Omid Kordestani claims Elon Musk refused to cash out more than $20 million worth of shares. Kordestani joined Twitter's board in 2015, overseeing the sale of the company to Musk in 2022. However, Musk allegedly refused to pay out stock held by the former board member after the closing of the deal. So far, X has not responded to the lawsuit. A federal appeals court on Friday sided with states to block further implementation of a student loan repayment plan. Known as Saving on Valuable Education, or SAVE, the plan lowers monthly payments on student debt. The fate of President Joe Biden's plan is tied up in two legal challenges from Republican-led states. Three judges say the Education Department can't move forward until the larger legal challenge is resolved. For now, the 8 million borrowers enrolled in SAVE are still not required to make monthly payments. In your health headlines this morning, all new U.S. troops will soon be required to go through cognitive testing to more easily diagnose brain trauma later on. The Pentagon says it will also put more distance between personnel and weapons blasts during training exercises. The overall push for brain health comes 9 months after an Army reservist, Robert Card, went on a shooting rampage in Maine, killing 18 people. A postmortem study of Card's brain found it was, quote, likely he had a traumatic brain injury. The FDA has declined to approve the application for MDMA, the drug commonly known as ecstasy, to be used as a potential treatment for PTSD. This was the first time the FDA has ever considered a psychedelic drug for medical usage. The agency says it took issue with the medical trials. And in more Olympic news, American gymnast Jordan Chiles will not get to keep her Olympic bronze medal in floor exercise after all. The Court of Arbitration for Sports ruled on Saturday Chiles' challenge of her score did not happen in time. She had 1 minute to raise questions after the final scores were posted, but Chiles filed her challenge too late. The International Olympic Committee says it will now give the medal to Romanian gymnast Ana Barbasou. All right, check this out now. A couple of canceled shows couldn't keep Taylor Swift fans from celebrating the singer.
I don't think anything could make that happen.
Yeah,
The Swifties took to the streets to sing, dance, and swap friendship bracelets after the pop star's 3 concerts were canceled due to a foiled terror plot.
Yes, they were planning to do this for several days, and they say they feel united and stronger than ever as they come together in these beautiful gatherings all over Vienna. All right, I know you've had enough of the Swiftie news, but this is really sweet. I think it's cool that they're making a good good thing out of a bad situation.
Definitely. Okay. Taylor Swift's music personally is not for me, other than a couple songs, but
that's okay. It's not for
love
everyone.
to see that. Love to see them rallying around a good cause and
absolutely
let people enjoy stuff that they like.
Yeah, for sure. Well, up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, dozens of volunteers showed up to the Friends of Disabled Veterans Ranch on Friday, and they didn't come empty-handed. We'll tell you about the donation they've given and plans for this 140-acre property. Plus, we're tracking the latest developments in the 2024 presidential race and who's leading the race according to the polls.
And I'll have that full first alert forecast coming up for you. Also, a recap of all the fires burning in the region, and that'll be coming up at 6.